Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome in Max, Nobu, Summer, Josh, Red, and as always, anybody who's just hanging out and lurking. It is wonderful to have you all here. It is lovely to see you. And yeah, I'm excited to get back to Pantsless Disco Elysium. We made a lot of progress. I like that the pantsless thing started as a silly gimmick and has now proceeded to be just the way I'm playing the game. Like, it didn't start as the entirety of my plan, but here we are. I'm a pantsless himbo hobo, and nobody can stop me. I think the point where I decided I was definitely not going to wear pants was the point when the game told me no one is going to acknowledge that you're not wearing pants. That felt like a challenge. Because for the first, 30 minutes, the game acknowledges that you're not wearing pants. People around you comment on you not wearing pants. And then the game goes, okay, you've had your fun, we're not going to talk about it anymore. And that's the point when I decided if they're not going to, I am. Because, my god. As I have discovered as well with Skyrim, nothing makes a good game better than doing something the game doesn't want you to do. Whoops, I'm still trying to capture Skyrim, which will be difficult on account of I'm not playing Skyrim. Yeah, everybody around me just sees me, but doesn't acknowledge it. I do have Twitch integration enabled for those of you on desktop. I don't believe it works on mobile, so apologies for that. But let's keep going. Today we have several things to do. Oh wait, I haven't actually gone to bed yet. Okay, so we haven't actually started day 2 yet. Did I not save? Okay, yeah, I did. Yeah, see you in the morning, Kim. You sweet man. You wonderful person, you. You see, Josh, I think that was the game's logic. If we stop giving him power, he'll stop doing it. But that didn't happen. Thank you for the 5 nickels, Shadow Mage. I still struggle to believe it, but I believe when you say it. Thank you, Shadow Mage. Did you know that you are also wonderful?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
These are all very difficult. They wouldn't be as difficult as they are if I had a brain. My encyclopedia score is 1. This requires a 13. This is not going to happen. My electrochemistry score is 5, but this requires an 18. This is also not going to happen. Okay. I can try to fix the faucet, but I don't have the chain cutters on me now, so it's currently nearly impossible. But let me quickly try this. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Why would I use chain cutters to fix a faucet? Like, I'm not a plumber, but I don't think that's how you do it.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Is the volume all good, by the way? Hey, 42% chance. I'm gonna take this.
the chain cutters slip
Ow.
out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place, well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Okay, that does explain why he thinks that would work. That's Kim's room. I apparently can't go into Kim's room. Like a coward.
The fan stands still.
Shadow Mage, like, me personally, from my other playthrough, yes, I do know. But in this playthrough, we haven't found out. We do have a letter where someone calls us Harry, but we don't know our full name yet. Let's actually switch the fan. No, it's winter. We don't need the fan. I have Shadow Mage. This is my second playthrough. And I love it. That's part of the reason there's a second playthrough.
Not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Yeah, time to sleep, I guess.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin.
Good.
The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
The thing is, there's so much in this game that every time you play it, you get a whole different experience. Why does sleep not come?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
I don't remember, Shadow Mage. I think... my brain's telling me 5? I think it's 4 or 5, I think. Maybe 6? Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. I know it's more than 3. Check the pillow. Flip the pillow over to the cold side.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Does it smell like cum? Because I strongly suspect that that may have been what I did before I attempted to kill myself. Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
At the very beginning of the game, Shadow Mage. Or at least I always interpreted that as a failed suicide attempt. Given the amount of alcohol he consumed and the tie hanging from the fan, I've always interpreted that as a failed suicide attempt.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Although I think it is to the game's benefit that it doesn't make that clear. You can interpret for yourself. Was Harry suicidal or just such a raging alcoholic that he blacked out and nearly died of alcohol poisoning? It's hard to know. It allows you to decide. Hello, T-Dragon. Oh, no more thoughts? This is the himbo's dream. Chester, obtain as many of those as you can. Also, hello. God. Lemonade with lots of ice sounds so good right now. Oh.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh, I just remembered. I hope they do it again this summer. I don't know if it's all of them, but the McDonald's near me does this fucking amazing iced pink lemonade. And when it's like 31, 32 Celsius out, and you get one of those and you just go to the park and you sit under the shade of a tree and you just drink that, that is what life is about. Honestly, Chester, yes. Oh, that is quite unpleasant. Chat, the void appears to be leaking. Oh, the music is good. I don't think I ever noticed. There's a disco ball above the dead man, and the dead man is me. That's Harry.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
You know, chat, I'll let you decide this one. I remember nothing, or I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. Both certainly answers to the question. I don't know. Maybe I did notice and just don't remember. Hell yeah, Lizard. We have exactly as many pants as thoughts. Shadow Mage, you've got to use the Twitch overlay. Which doesn't work on mobile, which is a whole thing. But since it's even, I will also take Shadow Mage's vote into consideration, so I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
My what now?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
Excuse me? What is happening?
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
And now, chat. Did we leave? Or were we left? I'll let you decide. Okay, well, that certainly went away. I'm going to go with I was left because that's my instinct. Not necessarily because it's true, but because I feel like that's the kind of person we think we are.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
This is unpleasant.
Tell me, where are your friends? human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I have Kim! I have Kim! I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed.
Nice, Max.
You failed me. You failed Elysium.
One of the few references in the game, outside of the title, to that. What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
So, Max, I don't know how much you know about the Pale yet, but you will. It's part of the fascinating world building they do.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
Sir, do you need a lozenge or something? Maybe just like a warm cup of honey lemon tea? Your throat sounds real bad. That's valid, Max. I just want everybody to know how excited I am. There's thunder and there might be rain later. It has been so hot and I'm so excited for rain. I talked to you before.
Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed.
Yeah, but at least I won't be wearing pants.
Stinky boy.
Okay, I know that's meant to be mean, but I've been obsessed with a TikTok lately with someone singing "You're a Stinky Baby" to their cat. And suddenly the phrase "stinky boy" seems incredibly sweet. I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
Trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
God, the imagery is so good.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts.
Not yet, Shadow Mage.
Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
It's called a sewage farm, and they're very important for society. Enjoy your clean lurk, Red Mage.
Good going, buddy.
That's how it's going to be now when I close my eyes.
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What chick?
You don't know? You don't know? Some broad that messed you up. It'll come to you. It always does.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
That's completely valid, Shadow Mage. I do not want anything to be spoiled for you because this game is, as you said, completely vast. Every playthrough ends up being shockingly different, especially if you come at it in a different way. So I do not blame you if you want to words if you want to bail because yeah, you need to experience this. Hello, Stitch. Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
I would rather not be on drugs.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That would be true if I were alone. But I have a secret that you don't know, electrochemistry. I have Kim! I can do this without the speed.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
I don't want to piss Kim off. I do love that there are actually just in-game drugs. Gonna like knock on his door. But I guess I should just go downstairs. You know, Kim's probably awake already. He probably woke up before me. I'm not mad at you, Stitch. I'm mostly teasing. Oh ho! There's people. Also, Kim wants to talk to me. Also, I need my truth stick. Game? Game, hello? Oh. I didn't have control for a moment. Hi, Kim.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
What do you mean, rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Interesting. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Kim didn't sleep well? I will go to war with the concept of sleep. For you, my sweet.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There's so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Valid.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Ah, that's not terrifying at all.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
I'm actually going to listen to reaction speed here.
In no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I don't want them to think that they're the most important thing. So I'm not going to chat to them yet. Of course, Chester. Have a good art.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Sabs! Welcome. Thank you for the follow. It is great to have you here. Yeah, I'll pay for my night. Correct, Sabs.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
I think it's very important that you see that I am completely legitimate about this. My two limitations in this playthrough is oops all himbo and I refuse to wear pants. It started as a joke, and then the game literally said at one point, okay, nobody's going to notice. Like, we're not going to address the fact that you're pantsless anymore. And I took that as a challenge. Hi, lady.
Just a moment.
I like this lady. She's such a sweetheart.
And there's no public phones nearby?
Interesting.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
I'm glad to see you too.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Lena. What's kicking? Sure, suggestion. I'll be upbeat. Because, again, as a himbo, I am head empty. But very kind.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Missing? That sounds like a job for the police.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
But, has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Okay, he's dead. I'm already investigating one murder. I can add a second one to the list.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Shadow Mage, I have no intention of making her cry. I adore Lena.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Okay. Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
There is, including a recent murder, which I should have been investigating for a week and only started investigating yesterday.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman.
Which is a good move.
Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
It's just a little side thing. We'll do it down the line. I'm just saying this to mollify Kim, because I am going to be focusing on the main murder, but I also want to investigate this.
If you say so.
I'm sorry, Kim! Please!
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Just some technical problem?
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Yes! We already made Lena's life better.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
I'm not going to go through all of these now. That's all for now, man. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile. Oh, that's not at all a suspicious thing to see someone say. But they're not my highest priority. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons without pants. Have good luck, Shadow Mage. I do appreciate that at the bottom they have pronunciation guides, because some of the pronunciations can be a bit fiddly.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's not a sorceress or a malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. Or alternately, work with her, but just say, I felt her aura and she's not the one to blame. Which I think will actually be more convincing to Plaisance than the logical answer. I felt her aura, she's not the one to blame.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand the truth?
No, not because she's dumb, but because she's so convinced of her way of thinking.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
The source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in art darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Hello, Zakathy. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna tell her it's the taxidermist shop. Yeah. She needs there to be something. So I'll give her something.
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
Yeah, I despooked it. The curse is definitely gone. I love just... Yeah, it's all good. Chat, I'll let you vote on this one. Do we... Do we say despooked or call the Ghostbusters? I'll let you choose. Also, that's a very good question, Max. Oh, looks like it's kind of even. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go with my favorite, which is despooked.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh, but who am I to question your methods?
Yes, who are you? Do you think a man could walk around without pants and not be competent?
All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel the curse lifting.
Hell yeah.
It'll be a long time until we're fully free of it, of course, but still.
But frankly, you're running a bookshop moderately successfully, I hope. And since I've despooked it, now it will be successful, question mark.
Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
It will only last a day or two, a week tops. Then her mood will sour and she will feel the curse again.
I've done what I can.
All right, then. All's well that ends well. Should we return to our ordinary lives?
I got a point, chat. I'm very excited. Where are we putting our points? Are we getting punchier? Are we getting more coordinated? Are we getting moderately smarter? Even though that doesn't really matter. We thinking endurance? Endurance is pretty solid. There's several places where it's useful. Max is suggesting endurance. Anybody else have something? Summer's also saying endurance. I'm gonna accept 2 votes then. Endurance is not direct punchy, but is very good for indirect punchy. So yeah, we'll go with that, Sabs. Oh, thought?
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to?
Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
That's true.
Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Kanema looks sleek and dynamic. The cabin is tilted frontward to give it a more aggressive, hunched look.
And it's Kim's favorite thing in the world.
Someone has waxed it recently.
That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. I have to. That is the himboest answer imaginable.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
The lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. Oh, he likes it! He likes that we like his car. A fine machine. Run your hand over the smooth metal surface.
Yes, an extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down.
You need to slam it, Kim. Make it more imposing.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
Lingo it up.
Drop the ride 200 mil. Get the camera to frusty minuses. I love not knowing anything about cars and talking as if I do.
No, that's porno tuning.
He said porno tuning? Oh, we're so in there, chat.
Use bigger words.
It needs a massive aero kit and gargantuan roof mount. No, it's what?
Porno. That's short for pornography.
Pornography is something completely different, Kim.
That's a negative on the porno. Thank you, though.
No one in the history of convictions has been more sure of anything.
We do simp for Kim Kitsuragi in this house. What's it packing there? Point to the engine.
130.
Oh,
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
what's that? Rub your chin. 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
The lieutenant is trying to suppress a smug smile unsuccessfully. Oh god, I love talking to this man about his car.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
We had a moment with Kim. By the way, I don't know if that came through on the microphone, but we've got some lovely thunder here.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
You know, you seem like a man who knows about drugs. Is possibly the worst way one could ask as a police officer about drugs. Ooh. Empathy is psyche. So, I could try to see what's in his eyes, or I could leave it to chat to see if you want to make things better for me. You can make my psyche better or worse. I have no control. I leave it in your unbiased, definitely unevil hands. You can increase one of my skills, decrease one of my skills. It is entirely up to the cuties. Yay, you made my empathy better! You're a good chat, not a bad chat.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing, flecks of brown and gold.
I rolled a double 6. That's successful no matter what your score is. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a crit success in this game. I've seen crit failure. Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly in dead ends, or ramping up or down highways. It forms a crisscross pattern across the land.
This is what comes of being a true himbo. Because we are true himbo, we understand people. Where does it lead?
Above the Jamrock Quarter, in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg, high above buildings, new and old, the air filled with the rumble of motor engines.
Further.
To the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol, through the checkered fields of farmland, upstream to the river Esperance, past Montmartin, the border approaches.
And what's beyond the border?
You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your cheeks. It is cold. Before you stands a tall lorry driver with sad eyes.
What's in the southwest?
Excuse me?
Hell, I get longing. I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Diora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
Fucking Caillou. It was your fault all along. What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Copman? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I missed my gun. I lost it. That is not the right thing to say, sir. But for a change, I am actually going to listen to Half-Light. I feel hunted.
Hunted? By what?
By a shadowy figure known only to me as the X something.
An ex-wife?
That damaged my morale? Or no, that damaged my physical health. Wow.
The pain burns in your chest, radiating. The crown of arteries on fire.
This is not where I expected this to go. I mean, how could I have? Whatever it is, one thing's for sure. It's not my ex-wife.
Still, a shadowy figure. That sounds pretty bad. I hope that doesn't happen to my marriage.
For some reason, sire, he pays no heed to your objection, continuing instead as if it were your ex-wife. Strange.
Don't worry, I'm certain nothing bad is ever going to happen to your marriage.
Yeah. In marriage, you never know if you're doing the right thing. I hope we're doing our best to keep ours together, but anything can happen. Look, man.
I actually like this guy.
Thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to ask, so I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
Chad, I'm gonna do it. You look like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
I didn't expect him to be that upfront about it, but good on him.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me be straight with you. This probably isn't the smart answer, but again, I'm not smart. I have one brain cell, and I may have killed that by drinking too much. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Okay, Kim's on board with, like, just being completely frank. Love seeing a Stitch.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Working on these rhymes clearly leads to muscular atrophy. Make sure you don't get hooked on poetry.
Sir, I don't have the brain for poetry. I swapped out my brain for an extra bicep. I don't know where I put the bicep, but it's somewhere. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
It's not a lie. It's something else. Impossible to say what at this point, but there's something in him. Some trepidation.
28% chance, even with bonuses? Hell yes. I'm gonna hit him with my best verse.
Wait, there's something here, stored away
Hell.
in some dusty corner. It starts like...
So, in the past 2 rolls, I have used all of my luck for the whole stream. I'm fucked for every other roll now. A mirror's temperature is always 0. It's ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion,
Silent communion. That's good.
where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
There are a couple I'm currently working on, Max. I'll take a look in a moment. I think the words are mine, yes.
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
It makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable. Good to be on the same page.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
That's all for now, fellow poet. Yeah, I'm currently working towards white morning. I'm not too far, so for the moment, my authority is lessened. I don't know what the final result of this will be. But yeah, I'm currently a hobo cop and a communist. You know, like you do. There was something I wanted to check, but it's not here. I know one of the other trucks is interesting somehow. But I don't see it, which is confusing to me. Unless it's this one. Ooh, thing. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. Interesting. I feel like there was something with this truck previously, but I can't interact with it. Okay, chat, it's time for the important one. It is time to see if I can punch a racist. Himbos do not use their power for evil. But they also have power for a reason.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
I mean, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees.
Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape.
But he does not betray my degeneracy. Actually, yes, say nothing, size him up first. I'm not going for brains. I'm not going for words. I am going for punching.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look. I mean, if he's going to let me look, then I have to.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Yes, Summer? Puff out your chest, still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
Yeah, look at my middies, bitch. Okay, well now you've ruined him for me, Summer, which is perfect. God, I wish, Sabs. It would be so good if we won by just flexing harder than him.
Things are not as bad as they look. Sure, you have high blood pressure from metabolizing heroic quantities of ethanol, but you are robustly built. You will survive.
I can see you were once an athlete, then deteriorated in your 20s. It is typical of your haplogroup. Let's blame the failed education system and leniency towards degenerates in your homeland.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body is unimportant. As amazing as it is. I'm with the police, and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Enough. I need you to take down the dead body or let me in.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
You say that as if ham sandwiches are bad. Ham sandwiches are amazing, fucker. I'm the police, and I need you to comply now.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
You know, mixing eugenics and race theory in with the rest of those? That's certainly a thing.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now,
Potatoes are good.
ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
It was your people who put that dead body up there. Your people should help me get it down.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
That sounds bad for everybody involved.
Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
I mean, that's nice at least.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul,
I like museums.
your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
So he's homophobic as well.
This
Good.
is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate.
I am sensitive. I also have muscles for a reason. Interestingly, I lose a point because suggestion is against it. Chat, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need you to boost physique as much as you can. I need to punch this man. Give me that physique, baby. Hell yeah, 72% chance. Fuck!
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it.
Crit failure. What did I tell you about using up all of my luck? What did I tell you about using up all of my luck? Crit failure.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Up!
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No. I didn't fucking say anything.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Damn it. And it's so long to get to the point where you can punch him.
Your body,
Yeah.
Your body does not betray your
are you? It must be fright. What is?
things are not.
I can see
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy.
that you.
I'm gonna try and get through this as fast as possible.
The sword of Al-Ghul emerges from. No, you don't. Jerking motions. Sign. You gave. You don't. You will be.
It is, babe.
There is a but. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
In. Bring your. You all.
This is your no. Don't rip into anyone. You're
Okay.
sensitive. Remember?
So,
Communicate.
chat can't help me this time. What I want to see is, does it give me the exact same roll again?
How did this happen?
It doesn't. Okay. So, as shitty as it is, I can just keep reloading until I get this right. I don't save scum this game. You'll know this. You've watched me play it several times. I don't save scum. This, I need to... I need to succeed. Because this fucker needs to be knocked out.
Body.
Yeah.
Your body does
Are you? It must be frightened. What is this? And
things are not.
I can see
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy.
that you reek of it. No, you don't. Jerking motions. You gave. You don't. You will.
It is, baby.
There is a. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside.
Bring your the walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
You're correct, Sabs.
This is your. No. Don't rip into anyone.
Okay, chat. I need your help again.
Communicate.
Boost my physique so that the roll can be different and hopefully actually successful this time. Yes! Fucking punched him in the throat.
Instinct took over. A solid strike straight into his throat, into the cartilage. You could swear you felt the soft palate break. The man is reeling, gasping for air. Time stands still around you. In the distance, the sounds of the harbor are falling silent. All you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. He's open. Rip into him. Right hook. Escalate it. Get intimate with him. Bring the hurt closer.
Chat, It's your choice between 2 and 3. Do I rip into him with that right hook, or do I 360 flying spin kick him? I feel like I know what chat's going to decide, but nonetheless, I'll let chat decide. Yeah, looks like we're gonna do this. Which is what I wanted to do in the first place. And, like, it's not a skill check, so I don't see that it can fail. Without pants? Holy fuck!
The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up, dazed eyes looking at you with unimaginable surprise. To your left is the button.
Disco Inferno! Press the button.
As you slam your fist on the button, the man collapses entirely, his head rolling to the side.
Looks like you're the new measurehead now.
Her voice is surprisingly calm.
Oh, so they're just fine with this.
No one is the new measurehead. Let's go before he gets up.
The lieutenant makes haste toward the door. Hey! Hey, Measurehead?
The man is still knocked out. He breathes slowly and steadily.
You got knocked out by a man without pants, son.
It'll take a few moments for him to recover.
I just want you to remember that. That through all of this, a man without pants beat you. Every worker equals member of the board is written on top of the flyers. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Okay, so it's been there a while.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
You're correct, Sabs! If I'd been wearing pants, I couldn't have done that.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
You're right, Kim. Just plain negligent.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Is there anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Force yourself to go through the folders. Ooh, 72%, without any kind of boost.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Check the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Only that second one is kind of weird.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, it's a do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everard's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners. All items on the list have been
Okay, so there's nothing more
the
there.
note itself is crumpled.
Close the drawer.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Hey, my new thought. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse wall. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house, sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning. A modern death. Divorce or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. That's so interesting, because that's the perspective from which you play the game. It's literally plus 20% zoom out distance. That's so interesting. But I can also learn more motorics, which is useful. That's such a weird benefit. Well, bonus. Froggies in the bathroom. Oh ho! Is it time to add sunglasses to my pantsless ensemble? I think it might be. It's a book?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. A shameful way to treat a former king, even one as underwhelming as Friesel.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches
to your
eye.
disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Looks like these are useful for passing time in-game. I'm not going to do much with it now. I actually need to take a moment. I need to go release flow. So I'm going to put on some music. I'm also going to run an ad. Chat, be good while I'm away. I'm trusting you. Maybe just vibe, dance. It's a good time. I will see you all in like 5 minutes. Probably not longer than that. And I am back. Chat, it looks like you were really good while I was away. I'm proud of you. How dare you say that about me, Max? Yeah, let's get back to it. Whoops. The radio is emitting a strange buzzing sound. That's curious.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Okay, so there's a payphone. I don't need to call anybody, but that's certainly interesting. Summer, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 15 months. Good lord. It doesn't feel like that's possible. I know I've been streaming for 2 years, but that also doesn't feel possible. So, you know. It's an office, not an apartment. But you're correct, Chester.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Hell yeah, that's my
This
coat.
is your cloak. You can feel it.
Lieutenant, I think that's mine.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez.
You think I should get it?
The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
The fancy cloak. So currently I've got a +1 endurance from my jacket. Ooh, the thing is, I've got good endurance as it is, but improving Shivers and Esprit de Corps will be very useful. And I feel like the longer jacket somehow highlights my pantslessness even more. So yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. Do I need to get over here? It does not appear to be. At least no straightforward way. Collecting rainwater. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really hard here.
Did I do this? In Urkel voice?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Cool. Must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes, this scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
Well, hang on. Let me do some recycling. My God, that's a lot. Okay, I can't get over there, though I'd like to.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Tim, I'm gonna take a quick look inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Like, what, for a sniper? God, Max. Yes, that's exactly the way to think about this.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Chester, that sounds like you bring the fun to the party.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera. The young man looks happy as well. He's about to smile. Right after this moment, frozen in time. You're sure of that.
Why did you take that?
I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. Something about this man piques my interest. I think this can be a side thing.
Fine, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Whoops, there's no going down that way. Oh, thing. All around you, great machines and quiescence. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. A bunch of stuff. How do I get up here? There's a bunch of cool stuff up on the roof, including just straight up money.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
For now. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Also, I believe you? I remember how creepy the music got here, but in several places as well. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Pile of cargo belts used for heavy lifting. One says vermilion. Cargo belts like the one used to commit a certain murder. Chester is wonderful. The speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. And I've made a tidy profit up here today. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Hi, Leo.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi.
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Yeah, it is no apparent reason. I'm the good guy.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Yeah. Chat, remember how I don't have a brain? Or at least not a functional one? So there's a moderately difficult logic problem. It is time to test my ability to brain. This will go poorly.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh, I mean, that's smart of you, Kim. Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Except for you. Curious.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
Less than you might think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Did Titus and his boys get into some trouble? What kind of trouble?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Yeah, I think the more directly I try to push him, the worse it's going to go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. That gives me a lot to go.
Sure. How can I help you?
Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Little round man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Whoever this Miss Beaufort is.
Who is this Miss Beaufort?
Oh, thank you, Kim.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. Well,
we've only met one dark-skinned woman.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie.
She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Sounds like a good person to have on your side.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
It's a very sad little detail.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiled again! It is a great day. We have been blessed, chat.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
That's curious.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Is the special borscht just like booze?
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters.
Yeah.
Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
It's interesting. Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak how we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like the borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
What's in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Oh, I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
The coughs then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find the map.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the two joint containers on your right. Well, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
I love Leo. He's such a sweetheart. Coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. Stair made of pallets leading up. Ah, there we go. Taxidermy fish that tells time. That is certainly a thing. Always wondered if there's any way to get back here, but I don't think there is.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Can I tell you? That is my favorite character portrait in the game. It's just so powerful.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Chat, should I sit? They said the seat looks shitty. Should I sit, chat? I think I'm gonna sit. But I also think maybe sitting is... You think I should stand? Okay.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
You know what? I've never sat in the whole game. I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
His multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
God damn it.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Okay, so it's sit or nothing.
You're no Titan of Elysium, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back. That is the himboist option here.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh my god. I fell one short of succeeding on the pain threshold. I'm sad now.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
I've patched over the differences, and I'm paid for yesterday and today. I'm fine, buddy, thanks.
Hey,
I don't need your bribe.
that's 25 real. That's good money. Think of all the stuff you could.
Keep it, I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
God damn it, I wish he hadn't known.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Yeah, Trom. Sometimes you see the seams in the game and it makes me love it even more. I'm not worried. I've got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
I hate this man so much.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh, good! Oh, good, chat! Chat! I have an 8% chance of keeping my composure. Composure is psyche? Composure is motorics. It can't help much. But chat, I'll let you decide if we're gonna make this better or worse. And yes, it can get worse. I mean, I'll probably fail no matter what, so it doesn't matter too much. Well, it's a slightly better chance.
God.
It doesn't matter.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Here's the thing. Men can cry too. They can. I don't want to cry in front of this man, because this man will use it against me. I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to a safe place. No thoughts, head empty.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
No, that was several days ago.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
I'm not gonna die, but I am uncomfortable.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Just straight to the point.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Oh, this guy's much worse, Trump. Chairman Bana is fucking great.
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You are a community leader. Help your community out. This guy likes to be flattered.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
You could have started with that. He picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy. You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
Hell yeah, Chris. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you, like I'm helping you with the body. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Since there's a but. Chat. But.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
That is incredibly shady.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
I do.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
Yeah, that appears to be exactly what this is about.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Sounds like something for me to worry about, I'm just gonna say. What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I hate this man. I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Damn it, fine, I'll look into it. We need to talk about the murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
I hate this man so much.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
That sounds like a no. I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No, I'm definitely not.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
And gets over it in 2 seconds. Seems like it didn't really hurt him.
Of course it didn't.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
Thank you, Chester. I was slouching quite poorly. And there's a big ol' hydrate. Also, chat, do the same. Yes, stretch, hydrate, take meds.
Thank you for your understanding.
Possibly eat snack.
We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
You just said a mean thing about Kim. I hate you forever.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Trump, you can have as many snacks as you desire. You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It's true. My memory is a bit hazy.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is...
I am not among friends. I am among friend, being Kim, but not you.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Don't trust him. For all you know, Dubois might be his name. You need to confirm this.
Well, Dubois isn't his name.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
That's good, Chester. Also, probably felt amazing.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacle.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
My drama is so low. I want to be all dramatic. Let's get this straight. What is my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Buttery thing cracking. Nice, Buttspot.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Okay, chat. Drama is an intellect thing. If you would like to increase my chances... Ooh! Ooh, that's even better. I got Kim to suspect something, so my drama is even better. Oh, chat, if you want to boost this, there's a small chance this will work. That would be real pog bones of you. %. Cannot be retried, but it's worth trying.
Everard's
Fuck!
hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
Why is my luck so bad? Except for the start of today's stream, where my luck was really good. Anyway, I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Thank you, Kim.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
I don't care about the rest of these. Let's talk about other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
I met Joyce, the company representative. I don't want him to help me with my lost gun. I want to try to figure it out on my own.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
No, they're not.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. I'm not a jealous guy.
I just want to punch him in his fat face.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
I had to punch a racist to get in here, sir.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy.
That is true, Chris.
Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
It's true, Max. The treasure was the punching we found along the way.
This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Everett, I'm gonna leave now. But we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
You see, this is what makes me sad. Because last stream, I failed, but I had the opportunity to pickpocket one of these from a worker. And that would have been so much more fun. Just to be able to do all of this stuff without getting his card, that would probably even have got me past Measurehead. You are correct. Him is the greatest treasure. Okay, so... Oh, thought. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Ooh! Fancy gloves. They make me better at Half-Light. Which I'm not sure I like. Half-Light has been giving me shitty suggestions.
Two buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. With a loud wind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Ah. Not what I expected. But it's dropping it. That's all good. Oh, it is very precariously balanced.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay.
I can't see how that was worth the wreckers, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Yes, Kim, it's true. But more importantly, I want to see what's in there.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
Okay, yeah, fine. But that doesn't mean that I... You're not my real dad!
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Well, we've talked to the Union.
No reply.
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Excuse me? I have the option to attempt to convince the door to open. What does that mean? Like, this will take a critical success. But I'm so confused.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Nothing more to do here for now. This game is bonkers. Still want to figure out how to get up here. There's just cool shit up here. Okay, I definitely can't do it from where I am. No! No, Summer's allowed to be lost in old music. Some old music is good. Yeah, you know about the borscht.
How'd you like our harbor?
It was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plane. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Everard said you have a key to a door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel.
Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing.
I'm not sure about that, but okay.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Hello, Nerf.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
So why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
He seems pleased with himself. Wait, so not wages or pension or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have.
Never grateful. Were we ever grateful, we'd have nothing. You fight for every piece.
How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all.
That's actually kind of valid.
Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
You shouldn't take what's not yours.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
The bossman Everard. What can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
Nerf, there's actually no way to answer that question because music existed before even the universe. In fact, it was the result of music going too far that made the universe exist. So I can't tell you what it was like before music was invented because music is even before me, hard as that is to believe. The desk seemed lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
I mean, yeah, I realized partway through, Chester, that that's basically what I was doing. Hi, Nobu! I'm glad that you were summoned. Got the picture. Let me ask you something else.
Sure thing.
What is this? News of the world? Talk about personal stuff. Get to know him.
Wait, I don't even know your name. Who are you?
Call me Mañana. I'm just a humble harbor worker for the past 6-7 years.
Well met, Manana. That's a sweet-ass name.
A name worthy of the man who holds it, friend. Names are important.
Hold on, have you had other names?
Plenty to go around. Don't get greedy and try to swipe mine, though. You got your own.
I do. Not a given name, I take it. I knew it meant something. I wasn't actually sure exactly what it meant, so thank you, Chester.
I'd say a real name is what most people call you.
Oh, Trum, I suspect edging means exactly what you're thinking.
Now that we're getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
Be honest with him.
Okay, I think it might be Harry.
Harry. It's cool, but I'm sure you could come up with something even cooler.
Inland Empire. 28%. No, I don't need to come up with a cooler name because I am who I am. Ernst? Oh god. How do I get downstairs? Sometimes keyboard controls, not amazing. Yeah, Detective Himbo the Pantsless. It's very important. A lot of the bonuses are very funny like that, Chris. Does this lady have anything new to say? Or anything at all?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice?
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality.
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the wary aspect of a cornered beast.
Are you alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Where else would you be then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero. Until you came along, that is.
I'm sorry? Who is this Gabriel man?
This is Gabriel Buendero.
He shows you the photograph in the lavish amber frame.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen. This man's got a hold over her. Even 50 years later, you can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
She leans back, savoring the world she's conjured up. Do I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there. Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Meth, it was a golden age.
Right, I have some other questions for you. Police questions?
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dashboard. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
I like her. What are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
I do.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Wait, you get high off driving a lorry?
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Harife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
That seems less good.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
She's so cool.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
That's not really what I'm getting at.
Then what were you getting at?
What is it you're hauling exactly? Ah, let me be direct. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs. Okay, not quite that direct.
You're man, Loman. What of it?
Okay, let me put it another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Okay, so she genuinely doesn't know. You said earlier you didn't know the cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
Drugs?
No, Loman. Diamonds.
Damn this. Make her answer.
I'm so confused. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
Okay, so the first part is a bit mean. The second part is incredibly honest. La to you too, Chester. If you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
I actually made a small boo-boo, which is I want to go drop off my recycling. Hello, Zin.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
And since I'm a hobo, I actually get double money for that. How much are the cigarettes?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain, the great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no.
She looks at the wall of goods behind her, then adjusts her hat.
Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic then.
Sir! Electrochemistry, I need you to tone it down.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Give me Astra cigarettes. The one thing that is very interesting... God damn it, no one has Nerf, but now I can't unsee it. One thing that I find very interesting, cigarettes improve your intellect for a certain period, but cost you 1 health. Alcohol does the same thing to physique, but affects your morale. Cute. Also you, Summer. And I just think it's a very interesting mechanic. I'm making an effort, though, this time, to not consume any alcohol. Not buy cigarettes, but Summer, I need fucking cigarettes. It's very important. That's true, Max. And Harry is a loser. Wait. No, I've already looked in the bin. Do your best, Nerf. I believe in you.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay. I can't improve that yet. Or I can't attempt it again. Ooh, 20 cents. Hell yeah. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Ooh. God, having... I know it's the way any kind of RPG works, but having low skills always fucking sucks. Because I know this one is useful, but I'm not going to risk doing it yet. How come I can't get back there? Heck. I just want to go and open up that door that I've been asked to open up. Not because I'm working for Everard, but I do need his assistance with things. Which I hate. More than I can put into words.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, Nerf, we will all support you.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head. The royal lion, Guillaume's kitten. This knocker will last a lifetime and then some.
Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
I'm not going to ask Kim's opinion, because I know his opinion is going to be negative. But I also need to do this.
Try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. Good job. Let's go now. I'm sure there's nothing interesting in there.
I'm sure you're wrong.
Curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
A fountain of quicksilver? Hell yeah.
The open door, you can feel the air moving. A little draft, a whistle.
I have to go in. It's the law. More importantly, I'm the law. Small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over? Or he's packing to leave. Either way, very interesting. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on that flap.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Wait a second. I've got a mug with the racist depiction, and these all sound like racist depictions. It's the same dude.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
What do you mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Okay, now I don't feel bad breaking into his home. Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Hell yeah, Kim. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Haha, Summer, that is a lie.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash.
Which makes him a suspect for getting rid of the clothes.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
You know what? I'm not going to agree with that part, Inland Empire. Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
Move on from the mugs. Okay, chat, I have another point. What are we doing with it? Do we want to focus on our physique and just get even better at it? Do we want to be more kind himbo? Do we want to boost the limited intellect we have? There are many options. Reaction speed? Yeah, that's a useful one. Yeah, I don't mind boosting reaction speed a little bit. It does a little bit, Summer. That's the problem. Thing is, my shivers is already at 6. I'm almost always succeeding on shivers. I think I'm gonna go with reaction speed. Shivers is basically like a semi-psychic sense your character has, that allows you to just feel out the city. It's honestly not the most useful. I'm sorry, Summer. I'll look into self-warfare next time. Whoever lives here admires something. Ooh, intra-solary dress shirt. Makes me marginally better at logic. For reasons. Yeah, Spidey sense is a non-terrible way to describe it. Anything I can do back here? Not really.
There must be another way into the building.
Hi, Echoey Kim. That was not what I was expecting. Like, at all. It was Kim talking to us psychically. Ooh, more cans and bottles for free money. And helping the environment as well. The ad reads, broken window, Tibbs has windows. That's interesting, Red Mage. I didn't know other people had seen that. It definitely isn't a selfish reason because I need money. A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. They don't know me. No one knows me. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain has almost washed them off.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hog René first.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
Chester, are you Spider's woman?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Okay, so I know I'm a himbo. But I feel like kindness is going to step in here and just want to understand what they're doing. Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
You got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Okay. Hand-eye coordination. 83% chance. Chat. Watch me fuck this up. Actually, I'm going to observe them first. Not ask, but observe.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter.
Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
Tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
It's something like that, Trom. Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
I'm on it, coach.
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Oh, that got much worse when I observed them. That got much worse when I observed them. Oh, this is terrible. Because I know what happens when this goes wrong. Fuck, I should have done it. Hand-eye coordination is motorics. Chat, I leave it up to you. You can make it better or worse. But I don't want to fuck it up. You all have been very kind to me today. I appreciate it. I'm still gonna fuck up. No! I did not! Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Hell yeah, we love us some man balls. Taking the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
We love a union of man and ball.
West, in the Grand Couronne area, a sharp overhand left from Arsène Luc Edelbrock sends the
I'm proud of you, Chester.
champion, Kostya Miasnok Kostanicha, flying to the mat. The crowd goes wild. Revachol loves her heroes.
There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them. Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let go. be the bullet. That's not a success! I thought that's what happened when you fucked up. Thought that's what happened when you failed. That's a success?
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right tricep, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
We did, Trom.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
Sensing anger, and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
P-Tank?
Yes, pétanque. You ruined our pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven. When men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us?
See, I remember that from my previous playthrough, but I thought that's what happened when you fucked up.
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
René, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardiers Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday.
Interesting.
There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
So, I remember learning about pétanque from this game, Max, but I had assumed it was a made-up game for Disco Elysium. Discovering that it's a real game is kind of blowing my mind. Mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
That's valid.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
René is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Old people shouldn't have to work to live. God damn it. I mean, people shouldn't have to work to live. But especially old people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing, too.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Boy, you really are trying to play both sides, hey, Gaston.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. You look happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it, thank you.
Yes, yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
You know anything about the man hanged in the backyard?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cop.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Max, I'm only going to be live for a few more minutes, so you won't really miss much.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask him about playing in a crater. That's no fun. I always miss Max. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. Some great tectonic force has cracked the pavement like an eggshell. Okay, just before stream ends, I am going to do a slight save scum-y thing. Which is, I'm going to save before I do... before I try this. And if it fails, I won't save before I end stream. I don't give myself a lot of these, but this one's important.
Pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
And I sure have some shitty perception. Chat, you want to buff my perception? Perception is a psyche thing? Wait. Perception is motorics. Whoops. That may have been a mistake.
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid palette. Easy on the eyes. No. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
Is Inland Empire going to help me even when perception doesn't?
Hard to say. It's gone now.
No.
Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Okay. And I'm not going to save. You didn't get the prompt? Well, that's unfortunate. Look, I did it for Punchy. I'm not going to, like, keep save scumming on this one. But I am going to give myself one more shot. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I love this game. This was an incredibly fun stream. Let us see who is live for raiding. Cool, Twitch. I'm not in a rush or anything. You can take your time. Oh shit, Barry's live. Wait. Oh, we have to. Nikki is streaming. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Sabs. Let's raid a cute Nikki. as I said, thank you so much for joining me. I adore this game, so streaming it is always wonderful. I will be live again on Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern Time. I will be continuing with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Disco Elysium will return next week Sunday at 2:30 Eastern Time. If you're not currently a member, please feel free to join my Discord. It is the best place to find out when I go live. And yeah, I will see you all around. Have a wonderful evening, or whatever time zone it is. Stitch, I've slightly changed my setup with the internet and the capture card. It should be better. I'm really hoping it's better. But yeah, have a wonderful evening. Say hi to Nikki for me. Raid message will be pants are a tool of the oppressors. Because really, that's the truth of these streams. And yeah, I will see you all around in future streams. Have a good one, everyone. Ciao.